Dancers have dirty feet, don't you know? Because we step in all this stuff barefoot. I don't have pretty feet. Look at this.
My feet are disgusting.
If your feet aren't dirty, then you're not a dancer.
Are you a dancer? Are you guys dancers?
Yes, I'm a professional belly dancer.
I could tell.
You what? How? I didn't do anything.
You're gonna do like a model. You know, when you look at a person, you're like, yes, that's a dancer. And then once you see them dancing, you're like, yeah, I was right.
Well, you were. So there you go. Hello, belly dance princesses and princes. I'm Magnolia, and today we are somewhere very special. It is called Global Dance. It is a dance studio here in Atlanta, Georgia. They teach all sorts of dance from jazz to belly dance. So we're here today because we're going to be discussing children and belly dance. There's been a big controversy about if children should be allowed to belly dance. We still have the connotation that belly dance is a overtly sexual form meant to arouse men, and with that, many people feel that children should not be allowed to belly dance. So today we're going to be discussing that with actual parents of children who do belly dance. We're going to speak to those parents, we're going to speak to those kids, and we're going to speak to the founders of this studio and their program as well. So you're going to hear all about it from actual kids that do belly dance. How do they feel? How is it affecting their lives? And what do the parents think about this? Also, we have beautiful Hillary at the camera. She's here filming as well. Yay! All right, so let's go ahead and go inside. Ooh, look at you. Our first dance mom. How many children do you have here at the studio?
One. She is 12 years old. She kind of pushed me to come in and get more information about the studio. So we enrolled, and just a few weeks after, I started seeing great improvements, you know, with just overall performance at school and behavior.
Oh, wow. Did you have any concerns when you started learning belly dance choreography?
No, not at all, not at all. The belly dancing always caught her attention. My family is very supportive of her.
So when they come to the shows and they see her in the belly dance outfits, they don't get concerned about the skin that she's showing?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
And I think Miss Liesel gives the girls an option to wear a nude bodysuit so they don't expose their bellies. Mm-hmm. And it's up to the parent. Personally, I did not have a problem with it.
Do the parents typically choose to have their children wear the belly coverings, or what do you say, 50-50?
I noticed that initially, yes. But then after the shows went on, I noticed that less kids were wearing the belly cover-ups. They're also becoming very comfortable in their own skin.
I embrace the different cultures, right, that are associated. So I think that in belly dancing, but with a lot of other dances, I mean, there's so many dances that the girls learn here. They learn modern, and they learn ballet, and they learn a lot of other things. And I see, you know, I could look at one of those dances in the same light, right? I mean, if I were really scrutinizing, you know, that my girl is in a leotard, and you know, and she's just budding in different places, and that could be something that could be viewed like that. But then I think at the same time that one of the things that's empowering about this program is that the girls have that self-confidence, right? And that they can express themselves in a way that, whether it's through belly dance or through some other dance or through some of the other things that they do, that they are empowered individuals that can like step up and stand on their own. I understand that there's two pieces that could be a concern. So of course the outfits, and then the movements that might have people think in that way. Right. But I really see so much grace in my girls since they've been at the dance program. Not only when they're dancing, but just in general. Like, I think that the belly dancing has given them a level of grace that they carry with them into every aspect of their lives.
That's lovely. Did you have any concerns about your daughter learning belly dance?
No,
No, not at all.
no. It's first, like everything, when you have a child, of course, you have to watch and be there for them and see what exactly they are doing. So, belly dancing, the way the kids dancing, for me, it's exercise. It's dancing. They are working their mind, their body. You know, like my daughter, she had issues, health issues. So, and she had to take a lot of medication, so she gained weight. So with the dancing and the global dance, so she started losing the weight and she stopped the medication.
Wow.
So, and she's doing good. How I feel about my daughter doing some ballet dancing, I was like, it's amazing. I love it. So it's something that she like it, and yeah, why not?
Wonderful. So how would you respond if another parent told you it was inappropriate for your daughter to learn belly dance? What would you say?
First, I think what is good for my daughter. So we have to have an open mind.
So you could have, I mean, anything you see, you can find something negative to think about it or something that can say it's inappropriate, but that's all on that person's perspective.
Yes. I don't see nothing wrong, nothing.
I think we got to recognize there's always like two sides to a coin. So while I might find somebody who's a naysayer, I'm pretty sure I'll find somebody who's going to be like, wow, this is great, right? So it's not a perfect world, it's not a fair world. You got to do what you got to do and let the world freaking handle it the way they want to handle it, right? I get why these questions come about belly dancing, but it's not different from anything else. It could be absolutely anything. A human can find some reason to make anything contentious. Belly dance is like the least of my concerns. It's just a question of and I'm pretty sure all these people who have issues with belly dance have issues with other stuff as well. It's not just here's one battle I'm going to fight because I feel passionate about it, and the rest of it I'm cool with, right? No, there's a lot of baggage there, and belly dance is just one of the way it just manifests itself, it comes to the surface. But it's your kids. You've got to do all that research. I mean, you can't just form an opinion and then stick by it. But when it comes to the kids, you just can't take that chance. I need to understand what's happening with them and why the world is responding to them the way they are, right? And I need to rationalize that. So yeah, if they become professional belly dancers, so be it.
How do you all feel about doing belly dance specifically? You learn a lot of styles.
So
It's
awesome. And like it helps you feel more comfortable with your body than most other dances.
How do you guys feel when people say that it's wrong for people of your age to do belly dance?
Open a book and study.
Yeah. Like it's like, I mean, if this is what I feel comfortable doing, I should be able to do it. Like before, I would be like more ashamed of myself when I did it, but now I'm just to the point where like, yeah, I don't care. Your opinion's your opinion, but I'm doing it and I like it, so whatever.
That's awesome.
Honestly, a lot of people will be like, why are they showing their stomachs? That's inappropriate. No, it's not. It means that we're comfortable with our own skin in our bodies, and we should be.
I love the music, I love the drumming, I love everything about it, and when I was first in this class, I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this, but when I was starting to dance, I loved it. Like, it was the best thing ever.
That is great. Do you all feel comfortable performing belly dance in front of strangers, in front of the audience?
It depends where we're at. If we're at school, I'm really nervous. I think it's really fun to perform. Like when you start dancing, all that like nerviness, I guess, like it goes away. Like so when you start dancing, you're not scared anymore.
Yes, I feel exactly the same way. As soon as your song starts, you feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
At the beginning, I felt a little awkward because I was like, I need more covering. But then, now that I've started dancing, showing more skin, I've been feeling very comfortable because I'm like, oh, it's just a costume. It's not like I'm just gonna wear this out in public and just like
walk around the mall.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the girls learning belly dance at the studio and performing that?
Obviously, it's not like a very popular type of dance in Georgia, and people think of it as a different way, as being like too revealing and too young. But it's more of just a culture thing, and it's like traditional, and I grew up with it because we're like from Africa, and everything's just more like that. So the first time I told my friends that I was a belly dancer, they like judged me, and they were like, "That's so inappropriate."
Oh wow, that sounds tough. How did you deal with that?
I just sort of brushed it off for like all of middle school and elementary school. I used to like hide it. I'd be like, no, because I'm mostly a contemporary and like ballet dancer. But so I just say, no, yeah, I just do that, and I don't do anything else, but I do.
Was that hard to hide that from your friends?
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to come to like the shows and things like that. Like I'd completely hide it.
Do you hide it from your friends now that you're older?
No, now they all come to it, and they all like do it with me sometimes.
Wow, that's great. So did their opinions change, or did how you deal with them change?
I think how I dealt with them changed, because then I'd just like be honest with them and tell them like what it's actually about.
That's great. When you first started learning belly dance, how did you feel about belly dance? Were you excited to learn it, or did you not want to learn it?
I was excited because when I first came, I really thought I was just gonna learn one dance, and yeah. Like I asked her, is this the only class you're gonna be taking? And she was like, no, there's way more. And I was like, so I was happy, and
That's great.
When I first learned belly dance, I was really excited because when I've been watching belly dances, like when I watch them moves, they're like really cool, and I'm like, oh, I really wish I could do that. And then when I started belly dancing, I noticed that it's really hard. Sometimes that they look easy, and I keep trying every day to get better and better.
Yeah, that's great.
now you're great at it.
Oh,
You know what? I was not excited for it.
really?
No, I know. Actually, when I used to watch these with my mom, but she loves belly dancing, but she cannot do it. And then, but there were some moves that were like you were amazed by, and you're like, no, I cannot do that. But then we were actually taught them here.
I teach them the belly dance aspect of the SEEDS program.
Great.
So when they perform any Oriental numbers, those are normally my choreographies.
Okay, lovely. So have you heard any sort of concern from the parents about the belly dance choreographies that you're teaching them?
You know, not really with the parents that we have in the studio, because when we speak to them at the outset, we explain to them exactly what it is that we do. It's not just a dance studio. They're learning about culture of the world. And so during the process of their classes, they get taught these differences. I started belly dance late in life, not very early.
As most women actually do in America.
And I went to places like Lebanon and Egypt and Saudi Arabia and really delve into this belly dance thing.
What have you seen in those countries in regards to children learning these dance forms?
Okay, that's an interesting question. These children naturally learn from their elders in their communities, and so you will see a tiny little girl flutter and hips and undulations. That is just so natural. And it happens. They don't get taught it. It's in the community, and it's part of their culture.
What type of dances do you teach here at the studio?
Here, I do everything. I do hip-hop, contemporary, and tap here specifically.
Did you have any sort of negative feelings or concerns about them learning belly dance, or what were your thoughts about belly dance when you
That's
first
a good
saw
question. You mean the kids specifically? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think I always have this argument with my friends about like kids and what they wear anyway.
Yes.
And it's like when they're young, it's cute. You know, like they can get away with certain things when they're young, it's cute. When they start developing, I guess, then it's not as cute. But I think as far as belly dancing, like, I love it. I love the fact that this studio is culturally sound. Like every culture is represented, every like walk of life is represented here. So I think that's really important for this area, for them to have a place like this, like a safe haven. So I don't think there's any problem. It's only a problem when you make it a problem. The misunderstanding of the artist is like a lifelong thing. So it's like it's the beginning of the end for them. If they're gonna continue to dance and stuff, it'll be like that all the way until.
Yeah, yes, you're 100% right. It's a daily challenge.
All the time.
When I started to see parents crying when they saw their daughters suddenly making grades, even though it's about dancing, right? Or being able to stand up and speak in public, even though it was about dancing, you know, it just became this incredible platform. And then, of course, being from South Africa, I was exposed to many different cultural kinds of dances. So for me, I wanted to share that with girls who might never leave the coast of America, who may never leave the borders of Georgia. I wanted to reach that. I wanted them to see that there is a world out there that they can access. So,
Love that. Wow, that's wonderful.
I received this one day, and she says, I feel left out. I try too hard to get to something. I feel sad if I don't achieve something. I try to make people happy, but they just pretend. I feel like everyone is better than me. I feel like I'm not going to achieve something. I feel like a prop to someone. And this is a 12-year-old. So they're all feeling something like this every single day. And who, where, how do they get it out of their bodies and then make sense of it in their heads in order to then develop the tools to work with that? And that is my calling. Now my love language is dancing. So the dancing is, you want to be sad, cry, and do your pliés at the same time. Just get it out of your system, and it's okay. So it's about their voice. It's about their inner voice, their outer voice, how to then apply it in a constructive leadership kind of fashion. It's about expressing yourself with your body, but respecting it at the same time. It's about developing a vocabulary, not just in your head and your heart and your words, but also in how you're able to use your creativity. I believe that your experiences in life make you the teacher. And whatever happened to me in my life has prepared me to be their teacher. And in return, they end up teaching us, right? So I do believe that's why I'm here. So now I'm crying. How many of us were inappropriately touched as young girls? How many of us were molested? How many of us were denigrated or objectified because we were pretty? Or it's okay if she doesn't have brains, at least she's got her body, right? These girls are experiencing this every day, but nobody's giving them that voice. Here, they have that voice. I want more girls to have that voice.
So I just finished editing this video over hours and hours and hours of editing, but I just wanted to go ahead and leave you with some final thoughts. I think it's really important that when you're discussing if it's appropriate for children not to do belly dance, that you understand what belly dance is. And belly dance is a cultural dance form, one of the oldest dance forms still in existence. So it is a part of our history as humans and part of our artistic development. If you are viewing men, women, or children that are belly dancing as an overtly sexual act, then that is something that is in your mind that needs to be addressed. It is not something that is of the responsibility of the performer to address for you. These girls are getting such a great education through dance, through the studio, through learning belly dance and lots of other dance forms as well, contemporary, ballet, jazz, African, and drumming. All of these dance forms have their own stigmas around them, and all of them have different types of costuming. Belly dance is no different than. But the important thing to take out of it is that these students are all thriving through dance. They're getting to express themselves. They're learning how to cope with society. They're learning professional skills. They're learning confidence. They're learning to love their bodies. So I also wanted to ask a request. Please, if you can, donate to the Global Dance Seeds program. The Seeds program is for young girls. It is a nonprofit program. In the Seeds program, the girls learn how to build their own voice. They get help with their homework. They learn about financial responsibility. They learn about coping with different stressors in life. They learn emotional stability. They also learn dance and culture and music and so many important skills for young girls to get. Right now, there are about 5 girls that want to enter the program, but there is no funding for them. So if you feel passionately about this, please go to the link down below, globaldanceatlanta.com, and donate whatever you can to help these girls. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and a big thank you to Global Dance for allowing myself and Hillary to come film. If you enjoyed this content and want more informational or performance videos, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.
You need to wear.
Oh, sure!